What is going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece when the monkey mind wants to take over. And wanted to say happy belated All Saints Day, happy Dia de los Muertos, and of course, yes, I know Halloween's a couple days over now, but still, happy belated Saway, Sawing. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's been a quick minute, but we have returned. Okay. I did start earlier batch of Shangodiacs, but this is going to be a whole new thing. So I'm going to start where I left off, and we're just going to bang out all of them, basically. So, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I forgot to mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive in that order, okay? The order of operations. All right. So, this is the Shangodiac for all my Scorpizos out there. Scorpio, all right? All my Scorps. And you guys are first up. This is where I left off. I was going to do, Scorpio and all that. And I did about maybe 4, 5, 6 other ones, but that's the old shit. We're starting anew. This is going to be a whole new batch. I like to get everybody out. I don't like taking too long, where maybe I'll do 4, 5, 6, and then it's like forever, and then I don't want to drop the other half. Like I like dropping the whole set. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. Cuffing season is upon us now officially. Okay, gets dark early now. All right, you want that body heat next to you. Get you a 3-day binding spell, love spell. That will be in the description box also. You could check that out. So let's just get to it. Let me see here. I think I'm going to start with where you guys are at now from what's coming through, because this is actually kind of extraordinary as far as in readings anyway, as far as it doesn't usually happen like this, but I did a 9 card spread for y'all. And you will be surprised to see, yeah, this was the 3 at the bottom. Okay, 3 aces, baby. So first and foremost, I can tell that a lot of you, or I don't want to say a lot, but for the Scorpions who this reading resonates with, there's a birth going on right now. Could be an actual physical birth of a child, or it can be something else that you are birthing forth right now. But this is definitely a birthy time. Okay, talking about harvest time, you guys are really popping it out right now. Yeah, this is kind of crazy though. But let's let's not get distracted here. Okay, obviously there was a birth, a new plan. Um, some of you have also may been having a plan as far as establishing some new source of security, even if that's in a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be money, but I do also feel that a lot of you Scorpions, or the ones who this is resonating for, this plan, you did kind of right now, maybe you guys have just suffered some type of a setback as far as it's not going. So even though it's reversed, just because it's not going the way you think it should, or as fast as you think it should, doesn't, a delay is not a denial, the famous saying. And of course, there is also the infamous, some of you Scorpions right now just started some type of new job, new work. Um, I would be I would be hest to say that I believe right now that the Scorpions who this is resonating with, you guys are going through a spiritual initiation right now also. So let's unpack that word because it sounds so but the short version of that is a spiritual initiation is also a process of letting go, enlightening. You're lightening the fuck up. How do you lighten up? You're just getting rid of some of these baggages, okay? Um, whether you're doing this consciously or not, okay? Um, Now, what we're moving into, though, I see that some of you are going to be at a space where you might hit a little negative patch. You know what I'm saying? You might hit a negative patch. This is the center card. Okay, so this is also dealing with a lot of pessimism. I do feel like there is disappointment wrapped up in this because I felt like maybe based on what's being birthed now, you kind of had these expectations of some type of a finally type of moment. Okay, well, a finally type of moment is one of these moments where you've been working for something, you've been striving for something, you've been casting for something, you've been doing whatever, and I do feel like it's not going to work out the way you're thinking. I'm not saying it's not going to work out, period. It's just not going to work out the way that you're thinking it's going to work out. And that leaves room to get disappointed, you know, negative Nancy, pessimistic, okay, taking the wind out of your sails, okay. This is, like I said, this is where I see us also moving forward. Part of that is because for some reason there's information missing. Sometimes this could just be a case that you don't know that you don't know. You know, sometimes it could be information missing because someone is withholding that information, okay, and or lying, okay. I don't want to emphasize that too much because I'm really not getting it as far as so much so forth from a person. As you know, I just feel like, you know, at any given time, as much as we know, there's a ton of shit that we don't know, and that's just always going to be how it is. Not knowing is what gets you to knowing, you know. So I also see this space coming up where you can actually, you know, be the alchemist, you know, make lemonade out of lemons, make orange juice out of lemons. And this is also going, see, this is also a card. I'll say it's a card of knowledge of self, if you will. But I say this from a spiritual perspective, okay? Um, Whatever you're dealing with, if you're dealing with some type of a magical path, spiritual path, whatever it is that you're dealing with, I feel like a lot of the dots are going to be connected for you within the next coming weeks, especially, specifically. Okay. So, yes, you will gain certain knowledge that you need about maybe whatever is going on in your mundane life, but also on a spiritual note, you're going to be learning a lot about yourself. This is also the number of mysticism. Okay. So, kind of getting reacquainted with yourself, your magical self. I say that even if you're not practicing magic, it can still be your magical self. Okay. Your spiritual self. Okay. Or at least a version of your spiritual self. I'll say it like that because what is really yourself? So, anyways, part of this too, also, though, I think is also going to be because whatever this was that you wanted to go through, and it's not just about it going through, we often get these parameters and stuff formed about how, when, you know, how fast this shit should happen. And if any little thing is missing, a lot of times we can get very negative about the whole situation. That's from having from being overly leveraged with expectation. If you could just remove the expectation and say, you know what, this is going to be so. I don't know how. I know I have my little plan that I'm going to work, but I'm not married to the plan. If I'm married to anything, I'm married to the outcome, you know? But in this case, this was something that was the start of something that you were very passionate about, though. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be the end, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? It doesn't have to be the end. It could just be, I mean, life is going to be full of detours. There's really almost no straight lines. There really almost is no straight lines. And I can tell you right now, based off of what you do, how you respond, how you, first and foremost, how you choose to frame this whole situation, how you looking at it, the perspective that you're taking. Okay, is the glass half full? Is it half empty? Or is there just no such thing as a glass? Okay, really? I don't, you get what I'm saying? It's going to determine, though, how and what, because for some of you, I do see it actually working out positive. Let's get into the points of power here. Okay, these are some things that you can do to leverage, maybe a little bit, get a little specific as far as whatever the area or a particular tool or a particular whatever. I don't know. Let's find out what the fuck they're saying. Okay. Number one, I think it's time for a checkup from the neck up, though. Okay. So, this is also the card of what do I really want? Okay. One of the most important questions. Matter of fact, the questions are usually more important than the answers. Okay. The right questions will have you jamming in the right direction. Most of us just ask the wrong questions. Why am I so stupid? Why does this always happen to me? Blah, 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 blah. For every question, there is an answer. Your mind will answer that question. It doesn't matter what the question is. It does not matter what the question is. It does not matter what the question is, okay? Whatever you ask, you're going to get an answer. So, having said that, I also think that some of you Scorpions need to sit your ass down, kind of reevaluate some things, and find out where the juice is. Where is the juice? What do you really, really want in this moment now? Are you chasing something that's 2, 3 years old? Because chances are you're not the same person as you were 2, 3 years old. That might not be the thing to do anymore. And that's okay. Okay. Because some people, we get it. You're supposed to be locked into something and it doesn't matter. And you chase that fucking thing forever. But sometimes it's like I change, I evolve, you change, you evolve. I don't really want that anymore. Am I just doing this out of some type of crazy obligation? Or is this something that I really, really want? Or is this something that I really choose to experience now? Do I choose to be the person who experiences this shit I claim I want? Another question. Now, however you go about finding out that, though, I think that's critical. I think that's key, okay? The other thing, some of y'all got a troublemaking woman, okay? Could be a fire sign. But it's time to put the period on the end of this sentence, all right? However you do that, some say you want to get rid of an enemy, make them a friend, okay? I heard the word binding for somebody, like time to bind this bitch up and magically throw her with some cement shoes on somewhere. But whatever this is, I do feel this is also just to resolve. A resolve is needed here. Maybe even, hey, let me forgive you. Yes, I'm about to put one in your shit, but I forgive you. I don't know as far as all that, the particulars go, but she's coming up for a reason. So I need to tell you that, okay? Third point of power here is the old triangle of manifestation, okay? If you can imagine a triangle, I'm not even going to get, I already did a whole video on this triangle of manifestation thing. And this actually isn't what it's about, but, hey, what was I going to tell you, though, about this? This is definitely an increase, though. Someone needs to hear this, too. You're going to start making some cash now. Things are going to start manifesting and blue, 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 blue. Please keep in mind also along the way, though, besides investing back in yourself, which is another way to make your money work for you, as you're gaining success now, it's time to start thinking about ways to put your money to work for you. Don't ask me why they're coming through with that and who needs to hear this. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, okay? So remember that. Find ways that interest you, that you're attracted to, in which you can make your money start to work for you. because some of you Scorpions are going to start having it, it's going to start coming in. But like I said, you guys got to get around this disappointment in some way. Not get around, but get through it. How are you framing it in your mind? Those are some of the takeaways that I want you to remember from this, okay? So we're going to wrap this up here. Peace and many, many, many blessings. This is Shango Ray. I missed you. Okay. So we're going to come back again. I don't even know who's next. I have my list over here because I pulled cards before, wrote everybody down in order, and then I'm going to start. Everybody's going to get it. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody, and we shall return with another one.